Hi people. Every day I am speaking. Every day I am speaking in front of the camera to prove myself, to prove you, and to prove myself I am going to improve my English fluency in English. I want to be consistent. I want to record a video and upload every day. That's it. But I am not preparing any topic and I am not writing any points or any bullet points to speak out. Just I am recording the video and speaking out whatever the words that are coming to my mouth. Every day mostly I am explaining about what I am doing, how I am preparing English, and how I am speaking, or what are the steps to improve my English fluency. There are multiple ways, there are multiple things I am doing, and my focus on the DevOps and to become an DevOps engineer. There are multiple things to learn and to go into deep, but I am a person who couldn't do it, and I didn't know at all anything. I assume like that, but to get anything and to know and to get familiar with anything, we need to go deep into it, and we need to learn, and we need to dig more and more. We need to ask a question: why? See how I am sounding, see how I am speaking. I'm just speaking out whatever the words that are coming to my mouth. But if someone asks me a question about anything that's related to Terraform topics, that related to AWS S3, AWS EC2, AWS RDS, AWS VPC, or about Kubernetes, Docker, container, what is roadmap? There are multiple things to excel in Docker, in Terraform, in that. There are again and again, there are multiple things. To get familiar with all of this, we need to start from layer 1, layer 2, then layer 3, then layer 4. We need to go on step by step. But if we step into IT, there the education or the learning process will be different. They push ourselves deep into one single project. But to develop ourselves, to enhance our skills, we need to focus on different things. We need to think within different perspective. We need to understand why it is happening like that and how it is going on. But I am a person still figuring out how to do it and what to do it. If I try to start coding, I leave it in the middle. AI is there. Why I have to struggle? Why I have to compete myself? And why I have to obsess myself? Why I have to be consistent to learn coding? Even, logical understanding or logical skills is needed in IT sector, but I am lagging with them because I am not focusing on them. Yes, I didn't know how to write a script, how to automate a task, how to write Python scripts. I didn't know all of them, but a DevOps engineer must familiar with either Python or either with shell script. If he familiar with Python, he is super. But I want to become a person, I want to be that person, but I didn't have any interest in Python or shell scripting. Sincerely, I am being honest to myself. I don't want to learn coding, I don't want to write scripting. But in Terraform, in DevOps, in Cloud, we need scripting. Without scripting, nothing couldn't happen. But scripting is more easy when if we compare with code, if we compare with Python. There is similar differences between Python and shell scripting, but scripting or declarative approach or declarative code is much easier than coding or shell scripting. Yes, in declarative approach, because all of the tools which are used by the DevOps engineers, all are work under declarative approach, which means we are going to define what you want. If we define what you want and how the infrastructure or how the container, how the pod, or what are the resources needed, what are the components, configurations, all are done by Declarative approach script. This script acts as, or this script is defined with what you want and how the end state should be look like. And the tools like Kubernetes, Docker, Terraform, Ansible, they are all responsible for figuring out how to achieve the end state. That's why I step into DevOps and cloud engineer, and I am learning things. But to become a DevOps engineer or to become a cloud engineer, we need to learn a lot, because at the end we need to learn networking also. Networking is more important. I know about networking, but I didn't go deep into networking because I didn't have any real-time projects. I didn't work on real-time projects, but in YouTube there are multiple projects on real-time. There are multiple projects related to real-time cloud, real-time things. Just showing up myself and just speaking in front of the camera to speak something, to didn't be a inconsistent person and to didn't be a undisciplined person. I want to be a consistent and disciplined person, but I am not doing hard things. I just want to do hard things. So from tomorrow onwards, I am practicing Terraform. I am building real-time projects which are related to infrastructure. I am building real-time infrastructure, but I need to learn more. I didn't use so many things which are related to Terraform. There are like data sources, pulling data from the AWS platform, or building EKS, which is Elastic Kubernetes Service, or automatic load balancer, or about snapshots, or about RDS. I didn't at all build them because I didn't know about them. I am not familiar about them. So I'm going to build the modules into, I'm going to build separate modules for for VPC separate module, which means networking, for RDS separate module, for EC2 separate module, for S3 bucket separate module. I'm going to divide everything into simple parts to improve the readability and to follow or to organize modules and to encapsulate modules, and I will reuse the components and infrastructure code. I'm going to use all of them and I'm going to create a new infrastructure. These are all reusable components where I call them into different environments, and I am going to change and I am going to update I will update the .tf files which are environment specific values by changing the workspaces, using different directories, or using different state files for each environment. There is huge and lot to do. But to do all these things, I need to be consistent. At the end, I need to learn shell scripting, I need to learn Python, but I am not going to do it. I make them work with artificial intelligence. I am going to learn how to use AI to think logically, and how to build logical things, and how to get automated scripts, and how to get what I want from the artificial intelligence. If I want to automate a login script or a debugging script, I am going to use AI to write the script and to use it for my workflow. That's it. I'm going to do. I'm not going to learn scripting. I'm not going to learn code. I'm going to understand how AI is building and how AI is debugging the code. I try to implement myself to understand the logic and to understand how the script is essentially working. That's all I'm going to do. Thank you.